local Gayliens, where things get weird and they stay weird. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ashten, and this is a paranormal podcast where we get spooky and inappropriate.
Oh, so inappropriate. Oh my God. Speaking of inappropriate, it's been very inappropriate how much chia seeds and flax seeds have affected my colon. I have been cleaned out. Okay.
Irregular.
Yeah. So any guys out there listening, I'm ready.
Oh.
She is full of fiber and ready to be filled with.
Oh my gosh. What's that called when you clean it out? A douche or something?
Yeah, you're like enemas.
Who needs an enema when you can eat chia seeds?
Yeah, just eat chia seed pudding. It is an enema.
This is an ad for chia seeds.
Yeah, let's just put a little like glisten right here. Ting.
You're trying to get lucky. Eat some chia seeds.
Yeah. Sponsor us. Brought to you by Chia Seeds. Organic.
Great for on the go, so you can go.
Hello marketing.
Hello.
Hello marketing. Honestly, I'd buy that. I'd buy
too.
that. If someone said that shit to me, I'd be like, sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. How's your week? How's your week been?
Well, allergies are trying to kill me.
Yeah.
But I'm staying alive. Trying to at least.
That song's gonna be stuck in my head all freaking day now. All day. Did you know? Oh my God, I don't know, sidetrack, squirrel. I had to do these practice days at work, so we like do a mock code. So like
someone pretends to die?
Yeah, but it's a mannequin. It's a mannequin, don't worry. But the mannequin has a pulse and everything. It's kind of scary.
Oh, shit.
Its eyes open and move. Ugh, robots.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, so we did a mock code. Did you know American Red Heart Association, I was going to say cross, American Red Heart Association, you can sing Pink Pony Club.
Okay, it's funny you say that because Hannah had to renew her CPR license this week, and she was literally telling me that, and so we were in the living room, she came home, and we were like, Pink Pony Club.
Yes, that's what I did during practice days. Me and my friend Megan. Megan was like, Pink Pony Club, and I was popping it. I was popping my ass out for that CPR. I was like,
Chapel is out here not only changing lives, but saving lives.
She really is. She really is.
What a queen.
Oh, what a goddess.
We love you, Chapel.
Chapel Roan, if you're listening to this, we love you. We know you don't want to speak to us in public.
But maybe you do.
Yeah. But we love you.
Hannah's literally had a dream every single night that her and Chapel were best friends.
See, this is why she doesn't talk to her fans. This is why Chapel...
Hannah was like, Chapel's been in my dream every single day this week, but like not in like a sexual way. Like we are like best friends.
And then people are like, I don't understand why she doesn't want to interact with her fans. I do. I understand. Chapel!
Pink Pony Club.
I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm obsessed.
I sound so nasally right now.
Yeah, you do. Are you ready?
I apologize ahead of time, folks.
Are you ready?
We're out here just trying to survive in these streets. These streets filled with pollen and rain.
Can you tell us a story? Will you tell me a story?
You can't make me laugh. That'll make me cough.
I'm ready for a story.
Okay. Well, I got one for you.
Okay.
I got a story for you today.
Okay.
And for you guys.
For you.
We're going to cover haunted bathrooms,
Oh, no.
haunted pianos, and haunted tunnels. So much.
Why you gotta talk about haunted bathrooms? I'm never gonna be able to take a shit in peace.
Oh, yeah. And you gotta go, too.
I know, and I'm a goer.
Well, you're definitely not going to want to eat your chia seeds before you come to this place.
Oh, God.
Because then you're going to be stuck in that bathroom, and this is not a place you want to be.
I'm not ready.
So, we have another haunting in Columbus. So, before Arena District was an entertainment spot, there was an old funeral parlor on High Street, now known as Char Bar.
No way. All y'all college students, you already know.
We love Char Bar. Char Bar, we love you.
Yeah, Char Bar for life.
We gotta tag them in this shit.
Yes, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just went Char Bar for life.
Yes. And it's been around forever, and it will be forever.
Forever.
So, before the building became the home of Char Bar, it was originally built to be a funeral home. The building was constructed before the Civil War and served as a funeral home until the early 1900s.
Quick pause. Excuse me?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
So we're just clubbing? We're just clubbing?
I mean, I wouldn't consider Char Bar a club.
Yeah, but
But we're playing pool, we're playing darts.
Anytime.
We're getting shit faced.
Anytime.
In an old funeral home.
Girl, anytime I go to any bar, for me, it's clubbing. Like, if I...
Well, yeah. I mean, we're definitely in the corner shaking our butt.
Yeah. It's not clubbing like...
So, like, AC/DC.
Yeah. It's not clubbing like Axis or like...
or like
Goodnight John Boy.
EDM.
Yeah. Like, I'm not... It's not that clubbing. I can do that in small doses. But, like, if I go to a hole-in-the-wall bar, I'm going to be like, yeah, I went clubbing last night.
We're still shaking ass.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yeah. Our versions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to see how many pool balls I can fit in my mouth.
Oh, my gosh. How many?
I don't know, like one.
One.
I talk a big game, but...
You can fit at least two. Come on.
Nuh-uh, look. I'm innocent. I'm so innocent.
We all know that's a lie.
Uh-huh. I'll do splits on the D.
And the pool table.
On the pool table.
Oh my gosh, I still have that picture of you when planking was a thing. I remember you planked on the Walmart checkout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys, I was so fun.
You still are.
I know.
Hush
Thanks.
up.
Thank you.
So, when Abraham Lincoln died, they had a national funeral procession for him.
The throwback shit.
Yeah, we just jumped way back in time.
You said when Abraham Lincoln died, I was like...
Yeah. Well, they had a funeral procession for him. Do you know what that means?
Like a funeral procession?
Yeah.
What
they did with him. They literally paraded him around state to state. So, people could say their goodbyes.
Oh, like his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, dead bodies were not what they are now.
That's wild.
Then. That was, I'm pretty sure before they,
Embalming.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, by the time his procession made it to Columbus... Lincoln wasn't looking too good or smelling too good, okay?
Yeah.
So his body was briefly housed at the funeral home, Char Bar, to get a little freshening up. And this was all in 1865.
Oh my God. That's literally so gross.
Yeah, so basically, when you're at Char Bar fucking twerking it down... It's basically on top of Abraham's dead body.
Oh my God! Everyone Char Bar, we didn't mean it. If you're listening, Char Bar, we didn't mean it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's also terrifying. Could you
also
imagine?
Just crazy that Abraham Lincoln was just being strutted around.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Rotting. A rotting corpse just being
it's all good.
Let's go around. And then also, that he was there.
I'm sorry. But when I die, leave my body alone. Leave my body out of it. Leave that carcass somewhere else. I mean, I guess I wouldn't really care because I'm dead. You know what I mean? Don't parade my carcass.
Yeah. Bury me in satin. Lay me down on a bed of roses.
Sink me in the river.
At dawn.
And
then send me away with the words of a love song. Come on.
Oh, that song is a banger, bro.
It is. I always request, because, like, I don't really like country, but Hannah loves country, and every time I'm like, can we play that song? She's like, it's so fucking sad.
It's so sad.
And I'm like, but I love it.
But it's good. It's got a good burn to it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It, like, puts me in my feels.
Yeah, when you're, like, listening to it, you got the radio, like, you're driving, and you're, like, feeling something that doesn't exist, but it does.
Yeah.
You make up a scenario.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, if I died young.
Oh, my God.
And then you're just imagining yourself, like, a beautiful young corpse, like, being floated out into a pond.
Oh!
Okay, anyway.
So good. Sorry, we could talk about that song all day.
Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, Abraham had his little facelift.
Oh.
And then the building after that, at one point, housed a jazz bar, and then it was Guido's Speakeasy.
Never heard of that.
Me either. So, yeah.
Guido's.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Char Bar originally was founded in 1962, and it was originally on 15th Avenue, and it was founded by brothers Robert and Charles Gordon. In the 1980s, it was then relocated to where it currently is, the old funeral home location, on North High Street in the Short North. It is a historic dive bar known for its devastating Long Island iced tea. I quote, devastating Long Island iced tea.
Y'all heard that.
I, like, looked it up on Reddit, and I saw a bunch of these, like, posts about people being confused, like, how they blacked out only having, like, one or two drinks, and I'm like...
It's a Long Island.
It's a Long Island. Like,
yeah.
It's one drink, but has, like, 5 different liquors in it.
Yeah. Also, comparable to, like, Union's Long Islands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Unions are even worse.
Well, they're just alcohol.
That's just liquor.
There's no tea in that. It's just a long...
Yeah. That's a
drink.
Long island.
Yeah.
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 Emphasize
Liquor.
the long.
Yeah. Liquor.
Yeah.
You drink one of those, it's spicy.
Yeah.
You take a sip, you're like...
Yeah.
You know?
You, like, see your life flash before your eyes.
Oh, it's an out-of-body experience.
Yes.
Ooh.
But... Do you know what's even more devastating than the Long Island iced teas?
The history. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yes.
Oh, well.
But I wrote, it's the feeling you get down in the basement.
It's always a motherfucking basement.
Yeah. But this was not always a basement, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to describe the basement a little
Nope.
bit. The basement is old, and the walls are brick and stone. There's a singular table right next to the keyless piano that's down there.
Ew.
And then there's a long hall that goes to the bathrooms. There is a decorated brick-in frame of what used to be the front door of the building. Why do I say it used to be the front door of the building? Because back in 1847, Columbus used to be a lot lower than it is now because the city was built on top of itself. So what is now the basement of Char Bar used to actually be the original entrance into Char Bar.
My mind
Isn't that crazy?
Blown right now.
I know, right?
My mind is blown right now.
I first learned about this story when I did, like, a Columbus ghost tour, like, before COVID happened. It was, like, a bar crawl ghost tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the actual fuck? Like, when they said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so, are we just, like, is there, like, a whole city under the city?
Pretty much.
That's crazy. But now they're just, like, basements.
Well, so that's leads us into the next portion of the story.
Oh,
is
no.
the tunnels.
Oh, of course, there's fucking tunnels.
So, legend has it that there is a hooded spectator or a grim reaper that wanders the drains and tunnels under High Street. So, this story that I'm about to talk about isn't necessarily related to Char Bar, but the tunnels in Columbus themselves, like, have spooky legends.
I'm about to be so stressed out. I don't think... listen.
And maybe this is why Columbus is so haunted, because there's literally ghosts roaming the tunnels underneath us as we walk on the streets.
Well, and then it makes me think about, like, when people disappear. I am so unnerved right now.
Yeah.
I'm, like, freaked out.
Yeah.
Ew.
It kind of just makes, like, Columbus in general spooky,
a
knowing
little
that
bit
there's
like
these, like, tunnels.
spookier.
And some of the tunnels are actually, to this day, like, used. Like, I was reading that there's, like, a tunnel under, like, Nationwide Children's, but that's supposed to be, like, for, like, when the weather's really bad and they have to, like, transport people or something. And I have heard that there are tunnels being used under, like, the State House and stuff that, like, important people will use
To, like, get
to, like,
in and out.
sneak things.
Ew, it's like the tunnels under, like, LA.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They're spooky tunnels.
Ewy.
And the tunnels are called the Gates of Hell, also called the Portal to Hell and the Blood Bowl. And this specific area of the tunnel is a drainage tunnel under North High Street. The tunnel earned what may be its most disturbing nickname, the Blood Bowl, because of an urban legend about a skateboarder who died there in the 1980s.
What is happening?
But, which, like, that's not necessarily related to Char Bar, but if all these tunnel systems in Columbus are connected, who's to say that, like, something from another spooky legend isn't haunting the tunnels and making its way to Char Bar?
Oh, man. Ew.
Yeah.
I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
I want to see the tunnels.
I mean, you and I both, but
Dear universe, I want to see them willingly.
I don't know how we will.
If the universe
I mean,
is
we
listening.
could go to the entrance of the Gates to Hell. It wouldn't be like the tunnel that's attached to Char Bar.
Oh my God.
Because the tunnel at Char Bar, they have, like, barricaded.
Yeah.
So.
This is giving me, like, As Above, So Below vibes. Did you ever see that movie? It's like the catacombs under Paris, but they find the gates of hell.
Oh, I've seen, like, a documentary about that, and there's, like, bones and shit under there.
But then they go into the tunnel, the gate to hell, and it closes, like, behind them, and then they've got to go down to get up.
Oh, God.
It's such a well done horror movie. I don't think it's particularly scary. I think it's more like suspenseful because they're going through hell, but in a very real way. It's not like super duper supernatural, but it's
like more like real life.
Yeah, like it's wild. There are definitely supernatural aspects in it.
Yeah.
But it is a wild movie. It is so one of my favorites.
Okay.
And that's what you're making me think of because like the gates of hell and like in a tunnel, and I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. So, the next spooky aspect of Char Bar we're going to discuss is the piano.
Ew.
So, the old Krager Piano Company piano sits across from the bathrooms, left over from the bar's days as a jazz club and the speakeasy that I mentioned earlier. So, people hear the piano being played, but what makes this even stranger is the fact that the piano has no keys.
Yeah, see, that's wild.
Yeah. So, bartender Mac McKissick is quoted saying, it's not like us, because bartenders will, like, hear the piano playing, like, after hours when they're closing up.
Yeah.
So he's heard it, and he says it's not like a saloon tune or Beethoven. He says people occasionally run up the stairs and ask what's down there. So, like, bar goers will, like, have experiences, too. And then they'll come up and be like,
why are they going down there? Is that where the bathrooms are?
Yeah.
Ew, I'm never
so
going
when you're
to the
at
bathroom.
Char Bar, you have to go to the basement if you have to pee.
Yeah, I'm never going.
Like, there's no other
I don't think I've
option.
ever used the bathroom at Char Bar.
One time for my birthday, I made all my friends dress up as witches, so we all had on,
Love
like,
that.
black wigs.
Love it.
And we all went to Char Bar, and I made everyone hang out in the basement the entire time.
You're evil.
But nothing happened, but it was so fun. It was so fun.
It's so fun.
So I've been in the basement many a time.
Yeah, I don't think I
Never
ever have.
alone. I would not go down there alone.
No.
But I'll go down there with friends. I don't think I'd go to the bathroom by myself, though. You have to use the buddy system.
Oh, man. I'd make you go to the bathroom with me.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'd be like, you're coming in, you're going to stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Blair Witch style. Don't look at me. Just stare in the corner.
So, the area behind Char Bar, where the North Market and parking lot currently are, that used to be a cemetery, which we've kind of mentioned before.
I'm so stressed
And
out.
bodies have been found from time to time during construction in the area. After a few bodies were found several years ago, Erin McKentry, one of the bartenders, she went in the bathroom when she heard something heavy being dragged across the floor. She forgot about it until a few more people mentioned hearing the same thing. The piano had been moved about a foot from the wall, and it took 5 guys to pick it up and put it back where it was because the piano is so heavy.
That's what I'm saying. This is why I don't fuck with ghosts. Like, yeah, I mean, this is why.
Like, when they can move shit that takes 5 grown men to move, that's a little scary.
Right.
It's like, what else can they do?
That's the problem right there, is like, if it can move that fucking piano, it can move me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I just don't, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm no, there's no chill for me. Absolutely not.
So spooky. Oh, and so I do have a couple photos. And these are all photos I personally took. No ghost photos, unfortunately, but there is a spooky little character in one of the photos.
Oh,
we'll post these on Instagram.
There.
So this is a picture of like the single table that's down there.
Okay.
With like the original door entrance.
Creepy.
That's like closed off now.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's one picture of the piano, and then that hall next to it is where you go to the bathrooms.
I hate it.
Here's another picture.
Is that you? I fucking love you. Oh, that's a spooky character.
You guys don't get to see it unless you look at our Instagram, and if you don't like it, I'll be offended.
Yeah, that's spooky.
So yeah,
I love you so much.
Every time I go there,
you gotta drop it.
We hang out in the basement. I gotta drop it like it's hot on the piano.
But not in the basement alone.
No.
What if we went down there and asked them, just you and me, turn off the lights?
I'd do it.
And we sit in the middle and we hold hands.
And have a seance.
No. No, but I need you to be physically touching me so I know for a fact, like,
if
you haven't
something
been
touches
taken.
you, it's not me.
Yeah, or
it is me.
Or neither of us are getting dragged away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until we hear a dragging sound.
Oh, if I hear one noise.
Us.
If I hear one noise, Ashten.
And then we hear a little note from the piano.
And then I run. And I leave you in the dark.
It's the F key.
Oh. Let's just contact Char Bar and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Can we do this one night?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So next is the bathrooms.
Great.
So there are stories of voices being heard in the bathrooms, and the ghost tour that I went on, this didn't happen on the tour, but this is where I heard this story. So there was actually one ghost tour, and they always like end the tour at Char Bar, and then you can like stay and like drink and stuff afterwards. And so of course, you know, it's the end of the tour, everyone has to go to the bathroom. So some girls that were on the tour went into the basement to take a bathroom break, and everything was normal, and then they walked out of the bathroom. And one of the girls was like, oh my gosh, I forgot my clutch or my phone or something. She forgot something in the bathroom. So she turns around to go back into the bathroom. The whole bathroom is covered in toilet paper. Just like the bathroom got toilet papered.
That shit's too expensive.
They were literally... They had only been out of the bathroom for like a minute or two.
See, I'm the type of person, like, especially being super scared, if I opened it and saw it covered in toilet paper, I'd have to, like, psych myself out. I'd be like, do you know how expensive that is?
Well, this is before 2020.
Oh.
So at the time, you could still toilet paper shit and it wasn't a big deal.
I'd be like, who's going to clean this up? You know, trying to make myself laugh because I'm terrified.
Yeah.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to wipe my ass?
That would be so creepy, though. Like, you were just in there, everything's fine, and then you turn around and go back in the whole place. I'd be like, you can keep my clutch.
Yeah.
I'm good.
This isn't where I parked my car. Yeah. I don't need that fucking clutch that bad.
So that's kind of like the lore of it. But unfortunately, Columbus drivers have a habit of running into buildings.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And in 2024, Char Bar got hit by a damn car. So...
Oh, no, there's a car in Char Bar.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Char Bar has been closed for the past 7 months.
Upsetting.
It said on Google that they opened April 3rd, but when you Google it, it still says temporarily closed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've opened quite yet, but they're about to.
Thank God.
Because they've been doing renovations. But
we miss you.
We all know that ghosts love renovations.
They do.
So I'm very curious to see if it will be creates active. Any activity because of the renovations.
I don't know. It might have lost some of its charge. Because, a lot of the spirits and stuff feed off of, our energy and stuff. Yeah. And it hasn't been getting any energy because there's not been anyone there.
Well, there's been people there working on it.
That's true.
And I'm so curious to know, I wish I could talk to the people who were renovating it.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences? So, yeah. So I have, a few personal stories that I found. So there's one local Columbus investigator. He's the one that kind of runs these ghost tours in Columbus. So when he was researching this bar specifically for the tour, this is what he said. He said, I was sitting in this room after bar closed with a friend and we were discussing the building's hauntings. As we were talking, the fluorescent lights in the corner of the office began to flicker. This in itself wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It was when the flickering began to be accompanied by the sound of something clacking its nails and scratching down the wall that things became unnerving. We were both sitting within a few feet of this sound and could see the corner was clear of anything that could make such a noise. The basement walls were solid stone, so the sound wasn't coming from the other side. But with abandoned drains and old pipes connecting several buildings in the area, we rationalized the sound away as perhaps a rodent that must have been trapped.
Here's the thing. Who rationalizes that, it's just a small mouse
You
or
would do it.
No.
You would be scared.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be rationalizing, it's like a rodent. I would be like, no, that's a motherfucking ghost.
Well...
Because those scratches, there's a very distinct difference. As a rodent scratch is like this. That's the scratch.
Well, yeah, but we don't know what the actual scratching sound was that they were hearing.
Well, what's what I'm saying is said sounded like it was dragging, like a scratchy,
like against the wall.
Yeah, something was walking like that, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's...
Well, they inspected the corner and discovered it wasn't a drainage pipe at all, but a support beam that was sealed off at both ends. There was no squirrel or mouse in the pipe. The sound of claws scratching down the wall was coming from something else. When I realized this, all the hair stood on end as an eerie sensation overtook me, and I quickly fled the basement.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's certain things you justify, right? You hear something, you're like, okay, that very much could have been this. But then, that kind of scratching, I'm going to be like, that's not a mouse, because they don't drag their legs, they actually, move. So it's more like a scurry. And I would be like, oh, that's a mouse. But if I heard just, one consistent, I'd be like, I'm gone.
Also, if something was, scratching stone, that would make such a terrible noise.
And you know the difference.
Yeah.
That would mess me up. I'd be out. I love that she went and investigated.
Yeah.
She was like, I think I'll figure it out. No, not me. Wrong bitch.
But then that makes it even more creepy that they did and confirmed, it was not.
See, I don't need to confirm. I'll just be like, bye.
Yep.
And then when I'm out, I'll be like, it wasn't that. I'll lie to myself. I'm good at it. I'm good at lying to me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the easiest person to lie to me.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I convince myself of a lot of things. No, I don't need to lose weight.
Lies.
Right. I'm going to eat this biscuits and gravy. It won't hurt me.
Lies. It's going to make me shit.
I'm still craving a damn sopapilla.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
Damn it.
I almost drove to Newark the other day.
Now I'm craving one.
You're welcome.
This is a bartender story.
Okay.
It was Christmas Eve, and I was the only one closing up. I grabbed the padlock out of the cabinet from the back door and the remote for the TV and put them on the end of the bar like I do every night. Earlier in the evening, a few people asked me about the strange experiences some customers have had in the basement.
Oof.
He gets those questions a lot, but was always a polite skeptic before that night. While checking the bathrooms downstairs, he felt a rush of air as he passed the dilapidated antique piano, like something breathing into his ear. He chalked it up as only in his head, but when he got to the top of the stairs, the lock and the remote were gone. He says, I know I put them on the bar, but after checking to make sure no one else was there, I found the lock back in the cabinet and the remote on the counter. I locked up fast and got out of there.
There's no way. I know it's a job, and they're like, you got to close by yourself or whatever. What happened to, like, the good old days?
The buddy system.
Yeah, when it was, like, the coffee shop. You know, you couldn't open or close by yourself.
Yeah.
I would not be closing that place by myself.
I wouldn't either.
Knowing the history, I'd be like, you better have someone with me or take me off closing.
Yeah.
You take me off closing or you have someone with me.
Yeah.
Your choice, owner.
Yeah.
Because
although I act like I'd be scared, but I mean when I was working at that salon that was haunted and shit would happen, I was by myself.
Yeah, but
and somehow
I don't understand you.
That creeped out.
Yeah, I don't get you. I cannot relate. Cuz if I'm in your salon story, if I'm in the salon and I hear the water turn on in another room, I'm done. And I know I'm by myself. I'm like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to shut it off.
Yeah.
Because
although I think, too, it depends on the vibe you're getting. I
don't read the vibe.
I never got, a vibe that I felt threatened.
See,
but, I think it would be a different story if I was, in a situation and things were happening and I just, felt not good.
I would feel not good.
You know?
I don't process the vibe. I'm not like, is this a good thing? Or
just everything is
nope, I'm just evil.
No.
Yep, no thank you. I don't do ghosts, okay? I don't think anyone...
But they do you.
You don't understand. I am not the type of... I am not the... Oh, well, it doesn't feel evil. I'm like, no. I don't look for a feeling. I just know I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. The water turning on, done. The light, I'm out.
Although I don't think I would enjoy how they had, air in their ear.
No.
But also, does that maybe mean that there's, two ghosts at play? Because upstairs, something was, taking the key and the remote, while downstairs, something's, whispering in his ear.
Yeah.
So.
Leave me alone. Don't whisper in my ear. You don't know me.
Yeah.
I'm calling an exorcist.
I have another bartender story.
I'm ready.
So, as I was coming out of the restroom, the piano made a huge noise and seemed to move away from the wall a little.
Cool.
I ran up the stairs and after a few minutes talked myself into going back down, even though I was alone. No.
Hold on, Ashten. You said no. Oh, was the vibe spooky?
The vibe was
Is the vibe spooky on that one? You went no.
Yeah, I can feel the vibe through the story. Not good.
I love the bartenders, even though I'm alone, I still went back downstairs.
I know. Good for you. Do you want a cookie? Because you're so brave.
Yeah. Have you never seen a horror movie? Horror movies train you for these scenarios. Okay, that's why I watch them. You watch it.
You're in training.
Yeah. The person that goes down the stairs after hearing the spooky noise and they're by themselves and they're like, I think I'll go investigate. That person dies or gets possessed or gets dragged into a hallway. That's the person that gets attacked. Not the person that's like, I didn't hear anything.
I think I'll go check it out again.
Yeah. No, the person that's like, you know what? I don't think I did hear anything.
Yeah.
That person lives.
I think, even... Because I'm sure, her being alone, if she was, closing up, maybe she, had to go back down there for some reason. I'd be like, no, I would text the group chat and be like, hey, whoever opens in the morning, just FYI, there's no toilet paper in the bathrooms. Yeah. The lights are still on. This happened, and I had to go.
Or text and be like, someone needs to come here now. I think there's someone downstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be me. And
calling the police.
Yeah, making it not, I would make it not a ghost in my head. I'd make it a person.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I think there's someone downstairs.
Someone moved the piano.
Yeah.
Literally in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't see them, but there's
someone down there. Yeah, and when they're like, well, you know, it could be the ghost, I'd be like, nope, it's a person. And if it is, I'm not going back down.
And maybe they're living in the tunnels.
Yeah. Ew, shut your fucking mouth.
It's like, I saw this video the other day that was talking about mole people, and now I'm obsessed.
No,
I'm
have
like,
you seen the
maybe
movie?
it's mole people.
Have you seen the movie The Descent?
No, is that about mole people?
No, the group of women that goes cave diving.
No.
Watch it.
Is it mole people?
No, it's like, it's people, but like that have lived underground with no light.
Yeah, those are mole people.
Pretty much mole people, but like, not. They don't
I hear
talk.
they got them in the Appalachia too.
Yeah, they don't talk or anything. You watch the movie.
Oh God.
Watch the movie. It's wild because they're in the caves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this video is.
Yeah,
about.
it's a little violent, but it's really good.
Ours are just tunnels, not caves.
Yeah. See this one.
But we could still have mole people.
You watch
rat
that.
people. They're rat people.
Oh,
they live
yeah.
in the tunnels.
No, I wouldn't describe these people as rat people.
No, but ours are rat people.
Yeah. Go watch the movie The Descent,
Okay.
and then report back to me.
Okay.
That's what in that movie. That's what I picture would be down in that basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Homework.
Yeah.
So after this scenario happens, the next night, 2 terrified patrons in separate incidences also came running up the stairs, swearing they too had seen the piano move away from the wall. The bartender on duty credited the spirits, not the spirits.
You see what she did there?
Until someone arrived, or until the girl had arrived to share her similar tale of the previous evening.
You guys, we are bringing the humor.
There were 3 of them, or she says there were 3 of us, who didn't know each other, and we all saw the same thing.
Ew.
At this point, the piano was a few feet away from the wall, and once again took 5 people to move it back.
Of course.
That's not anyone's imagination. Dun dun dun.
I hate it.
And that, folks, is Char Bar. You're either gonna see something out of the corner of your eye because there's a ghost, or you're gonna see something out of the corner of your eye because you had too many Long Islands.
I'm down to go. We can go in the basement, but we are to be together the entire time.
Get away. I'm gonna whisper something, and I want it to be a surprise when you edit this.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, I have to whisper into that.
Yeah,
one.
you have to whisper into that one. Get up there.
Winnie goes into the bathroom.
I don't even want to know.
Run away, and we can stay alone down in the basement.
Okay.
I don't know what you. I'm regret. I hate that I have to edit this now.
Maybe I'll also whisper into here.
Yeah.
So they can both hear. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully it picked that up.
I'm sure it did. Ew. Oh, why did we do that? I hate it. Oh.
Although, unfortunately, I've never had an experience all the times I've been there. But I've also never been alone. Maybe the ghosts only like it when people are alone. I don't know.
So when we go, I'll let you go downstairs by yourself, and then I'll just wait upstairs.
Oh, okay.
But see, I'll know you're down there, so if you disappear, I'm like,
Well, then
I know she
we'll
was
have
here.
to take turns so we can compare experiences.
I don't know. I don't think it takes 2. You know? I think just one trial.
Wait, is
No,
that...
that's not the song. It takes 2, baby. It takes 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
It's from the movie It Takes 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we should do a drinking episode. That would be so fun. Like,
Every
make a game
time-
out of it.
Every time we say, what would be our word?
Spooky.
Every time we say spooky, or every time we laugh.
Every time Brandon goes,
Yeah. Or we say, oh my God.
Yeah. Or I say the F word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to be tore up. It has to be non-alcoholic, though.
Well, I'm not drinking right now.
Okay, so then we'll do non-alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I was meaning, like, viewers have to drink.
Oh, that one, too.
Yeah.
We'll do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
The audience can participate and we can participate.
Yeah.
But not saying the words are going to come out great after a certain point.
My words are already bad sober. Can you imagine?
This one sounds... She's like...
But we got through a whole story.
You didn't...
With, like, no hiccups. So.
You really didn't... Yeah, you didn't fumble any words.
Yeah.
Well, you also didn't have to talk about extraterrestrials.
No, as much as I love aliens, I can't talk about
We
them.
just need to say alien. Because every time you're like,
extraterrestrials.
That was my favorite.
You know what I, like, imagine when I'm in the basement there?
What?
This is going to creep you out.
Yeah, it is.
I just imagine, whether you're with, like, a group of friends or by yourself, like, you're sitting there having drinks and you're all kikiing and, like, laughing. And on the other side of that wall, inside the tunnel, there might be, like, a Grim Reaper just, like, listening.
Let me paint you a better story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because this is what I painted in my own head.
Okay.
You and I, we're down there, okay? And we're, like, being ourselves. We're like, okay, nothing's happening. Are you about ready to go? And we're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lights go off. Lights just shut up. It's dead silent. We hear the piano move.
Okay.
And then we hear, like, something else. But, like, it's crawled out of a hole behind the piano.
A hole behind the piano?
Yeah, like, there was, like, an opening, and it, like...
And that's why it moves it, because it has to push it out of the way.
to get out.
Okay, I thought
and
we were...
hear it moving in the dark, but we can't see anything.
Oh, God! Honestly, crawling things... Maybe that's why I don't like spiders. Like, crawling things, like... are so creepy.
How? No, now we're done. But how, like, fucked up?
I thought you were gonna say the door to the tunnel opens. Like, you hear the lock.
Yeah.
In the
and
dark.
It falls off. You hear the lock fall off.
You just hear the chain drop.
And then
And then that's it.
I don't know if I'd survive. I'd pass out. I'd be like, you'd hear boof, and it'd just be my body. Because I would pass the fuck out.
And I'd be like, was that the piano moving?
Yeah, I would pass out. I don't think you understand. I would pass out.
I love this. I love these creepy scenarios we just created.
That would be a good movie. That'd be a good way to start that, like a movie. Like how'd they get into the tunnels.
Maybe we'll do an independent film. A horror film.
I don't think we'd make it. We wouldn't make it. There's no way. There's no way. Because even though we're faking it, we'd be like, oh, this is scary,
We'd
right?
creep ourselves out.
We would, the whole time.
We would literally become haunted.
Yeah.
Trying to create it.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes, and send us all your spooky stories at the local Gayliens at outlook.com.
And until then,
stay
spooky.
And we out.
Bye.